everyone. So today I want to share with you and show you how to properly do back extensions. So many times we do back extensions and we end up dumping completely into our low back, which actually could be adding to low back pain, right? So it's really important that we learn how to do back extensions in a correct way, where we're using more of our mid-back muscles, because when we do that, not only can it help to get rid of low back pain, but it also can help to get rid of neck pain, because so many times the reason why our neck is hurting so much is because we don't have a strong enough connection in our mid-back. It's also why, like posture, we tend to be rounded forward a little bit. So when we work on our posture and get that mid-back connected, it just helps so many things in our body and with alignment. Okay, so I'm gonna show you all. So when we're doing this, and I'm gonna look up a little bit just because you can hear me really well. When we set up for back extensions on our mat, something that can be really helpful is not just paying attention to what's going on with our upper body, but what's going on with our legs. So you have two options. You can either take your legs out a little wider, which can, for some, give a little bit more space of the low back, or you can keep your legs a little bit more straight, so you can play around with that. And one thing I like to do is do like a little reach through your legs to make sure you've got that space through your hips. So you're kind of reaching back with those legs and end up where you're pretty parallel. And lift up if you need to readjust the ribs. And then from here, so we want to reach long through the legs. We're actually reaching from the quads a little bit, the front of the thighs, because if we just use our glutes, our back of our legs, we tend to grip and over clench our glutes, which then can cause us to pull more into our low back, okay? Something else that's really powerful is to have a very small range of motion when we start doing these, okay? So we're firing lightly through the quads, we're reaching our legs back, and we're zipping up lightly through our belly. And if you don't fully understand everything I'm cueing you, that's perfectly okay and normal in the beginning. It comes with time. Okay, so what we can do here is I like to practice like a swan prep. So we're gonna bring our arms back by our side. Your head is gonna be down. I actually want you to completely let your head rest on your mat. That way we have no tension in your neck here. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're reaching lightly through those legs. We're zipping up through the belly, zipping up from our pelvic floor through our belly. We are not drawing our belly to our spine. And then we're gonna think about opening that chest and lightly wrapping those shoulders together. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start to lift with the mid-back. So we wanna feel like we're pulling up out of our low back and lift. Notice I didn't come up very high, right? Then I want you to lower back down. Think about using your mid-back. So that kind of like bra line between the shoulder blades, right? And we're gonna lengthen forward and we're gonna lift and we're gonna start to raise our head with us. Good, and then we're gonna lower back down. So we're gonna really start to feel our mid-back working, okay? Notice it's a small range of motion. What we see a lot of times, back extension, we do a lot of this, right? And if we're not really ready for that, if you go up too high, you feel like go right into your low back, and we don't wanna do that. Your low back is there to stabilize. It's not there to do all the work, okay? So that's an option to really lift from the mid-back, okay? Another option is to just let your arms go down and then think about rolling those shoulder blades back and reaching through the arms. So my palms are down, and I'm gonna then lift from my mid-back, and I'm coming up. My ribs are down completely. I'm just thinking about opening up across my chest. Then it's lower back down, okay? When you do this, your head's gonna stay straight down. It's zipping up, open those shoulders, and lift from the mid-back, hold, and then lower back down. And you're reaching lightly through those legs, you're zipping up through your belly, and you're opening up across your chest. Good. As you get stronger and more connected, your range of motion will increase. But if in the beginning we start to really want to feel like, oh my gosh, we want to have this huge range of motion because we think that's what extension is supposed to look like, but all you're feeling is into your back, it's not actually doing your body, it's not serving your body, it's not helping your body get stronger, it actually can work against your body, right? This is why I love teaching this information, and I teach it in a step-by-step format in my core rehab program. So if you're interested in learning more about my whole system of what I teach, you can check that out. It's on my website at ericazeal.com/core rehab. So in there, I teach you, we start with fundamentals that actually we should be taught, but they're not taught, right? So that's why I teach that. So it's a great way to learn about prevention for back pain, pelvic floor dysfunction, neck pain, and also where you can go to learn how to honestly heal your own body. You get this whole, tools of like step-by-step working on posture, working on how to reconnect with your pelvic floor, your entire body, right? It's a full body step-by-step program that takes you through so that you don't have to suffer in silence. I get so many women that like you have to do all these things just to try to keep your body moving and functioning, or you've been told by doctors like, oh, you just have to have surgery to heal that diastasis or whatever it might be, or you just have to suffer in pain from those aches and pains. You really don't, because it comes down to these fundamentals of really relearning how to connect with our body, how to move, how to strengthen, right? And this is just one part of it. Like these back extensions is a really, really, really good move that is so powerful for helping to get rid of pain in the neck, right? Because the pain in the neck is really a pain in the neck, right? It's annoying, but you don't have to suffer from it forever. There's so many things you can do to work to rebalance your body. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.